friends! So I wrote the notes for this video in the days after the 2022 general election, thinking I would film it the weekend after the election. That didn't happen. You may have noticed that I haven't really uploaded any videos in the past few months, and that I haven't really been giving reading updates for this entire year. Well, honestly, that's because I've been busy. I spent the last year of my life trying to protect our freedoms in the United States when they are increasingly under threat, from our children's freedom to access information and reading materials to our freedom to decide if, when, and how to grow our families. And for those who don't know, behind my somewhat upbeat YouTube channel is a very tired digital organizer who has spent the past year working to build power for Asian Pacific Islander communities in Pennsylvania. I have spent the last year working with APIPA, which just ran the largest Asian American voter contact program in US history. And we did it in 15 different languages to ensure every single person in our communities would have the information that they needed to make their voices heard at the ballot box and fight for the issues they care about. And that's really important to me, and I'm very excited that I was a part of that. On top of that, this year I got appointed to my local school board, which means I kind of feel like I'm pulling a Spider-Man, living a double life with great power and great responsibility to make sure our kids in our community get a good and honest education in a safe environment where they have the support they need to focus on learning. And also on top of that, I've been organizing locally, as I was also on the ballot for the first time and got elected to be a member of my local Democratic committee this year. So there was just another overlapping community that I feel responsible for empowering, for educating, for helping any way that I can, for helping to vote and make their voice heard in one of the most consequential elections of my lifetime, but also helping them have their voice heard day to day when there's not an election going on. Needless to say, this has been an exhausting year. I poured my heart and soul and every moment of my professional life, and honestly a good deal of my personal life over the past year, into helping people understand the issues our communities are facing. And it worked. Asian American voters showed up at the ballot box. Pennsylvania voters decided who they wanted to represent them, and they chose the people who would defend our freedoms when they're in office, which means that I can actually relax a little bit now and focus on making cool things because I like them. I've enjoyed making cool stuff on the internet over the last year for my job to encourage people to vote, to educate people about the issues, and help people feel empowered. But honestly, I kind of just want to spend a little bit of time talking about books. I want to make weird stuff on the internet for my friends and share the things I like with my community that doesn't really care what I'm doing in my professional life. That doesn't mean I won't be talking about politics or my life on this channel, because let's face it, all art is political, and I'm calling this art. And when one part of your identity or another is constantly under attack or politicized, then your life is political too. But I'm really gonna try to spend the next couple of weeks just relaxing and being on the internet again and talking about books, because I like them. They're gonna be like other fights I have to engage in, but quite frankly, I entered politics knowing that my seasonal depression would align with the quiet season of my professional life every year. Now is a time for rest, and I'm gonna find a way to take it. I am really gonna try this year to actually rest. I am going to take it by working on personal projects like YouTube, which I don't know. Is this healthy to constantly be finishing one project and then throwing myself into another, even though they're all kind of projects I have going all of the time in the background of my life? Honestly, I don't know, but I am going to do it. So yeah, I actually have a backlog of things I've written and never recorded this year, including every reading wrap up from this year, a lot of book reviews, and more. So hopefully I'll be around regularly, and if not, I'm so sorry. I probably just got distracted trying to save democracy again or something like that. I promise I'll try not to take it all on by myself. But for the foreseeable future, I will be releasing new videos every Wednesday and Friday and running reading and productivity sprints every Monday. And in the meantime, you can subscribe, watch another video of mine, or support me on Patreon. And hey, I love you.